Have you ever stopped to wonder, are you truly in control of your life? Or are there invisible strings, pulled by others, guiding your thoughts, emotions, and decisions? In a world buzzing with opinions, expectations, and influences, it's easy to lose sight of your own power. But here's the good news: you can break free. Today, we're diving deep into Stoic wisdom, ancient philosophy with timeless truths to help you recognize when people might be secretly controlling you and, more importantly, how to reclaim your freedom. This is Are People Secretly Controlling You? Stoic Wisdom to Break Free. Let's begin. The illusion of control. Let's start with a question. Do you feel like you're in the driver's seat of your life? Most of us like to think we are. We make choices every day: what to wear, what to eat, what to say. But if we peel back the layers, we might find that many of our decisions aren't as free as we think. The Stoics, ancient philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, understood this deeply. They taught that true freedom isn't about controlling the world around you, it's about mastering your own mind. Think about it. How often do you act based on what others expect? Maybe it's a friend's subtle nudge to join a plan you're not thrilled about, or a boss's offhand comment that makes you second-guess your work. Perhaps it's the pressure of social media, where likes and comments shape how you present yourself. These are the invisible strings, external influences that pull at us, often without us noticing. The Stoics would say this: you cannot control what others say or do, but you can control how you respond. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic teachers, put it bluntly: there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. In other words, the first step to breaking free is recognizing what's within your control and what's not. So, let's pause for a moment. Reflect on your day-to-day life. Are there moments when you feel pressured to act against your instincts? Maybe it's saying yes when you want to say no, or chasing approval instead of following your own path. These are signs that someone or something might be steering you. But don't worry. Awareness is the first step to freedom. The hidden forces of influence. And now, let's talk about how people might be controlling you without you even realizing it. This isn't about conspiracy theories or shadowy puppet masters. It's about the subtle, everyday ways that others shape your thoughts and actions. The Stoics were keen observers of human behavior, and they'd point out 3 key ways this happens: through expectations, emotions, and social pressures. From the moment we're born, we're surrounded by expectations: parents, teachers, friends, society. They tell us what success looks like, what happiness should feel like, even what we should value. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you let others' expectations define your choices, you hand over your power." For example, have you ever taken a job or pursued a goal because it's what someone else thought was right for you? That's a string being pulled. Second, emotions. People can influence you by triggering your emotions: anger, fear, guilt, or even flattery. Think about a time someone guilt-tripped you into doing something you didn't want to do, or when a compliment made you feel obligated to please someone. The Stoics teach us to be wary of letting emotions cloud our judgment. Seneca, another Stoic thinker, advised, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." When someone manipulates your emotions, they're nudging you toward their agenda, not yours. Third, social pressures. We're social creatures wired to fit in, but this instinct can make us vulnerable. The Stoics would remind us that the opinions of the crowd aren't always wise. Epictetus said, "If a man's good or bad fortune depends on things outside his control, then he's no better than a slave." Social media amplifies this. The pressure to conform, to look a certain way, to chase trends, to signal your virtue can feel overwhelming. But here's the Stoic truth: you don't need to play that game. Let's do a quick exercise. Think of one person in your life: a friend, a colleague, a family member who seems to have a strong influence over you. What do they do that makes you feel pulled? Do they use guilt, flattery, expectations? Write it down if you can. Naming the tactic is the first step to disarming it. The Stoic shield protecting your mind. So, how do you break free from these invisible strings? The Stoics offer a powerful toolkit for shielding your mind and reclaiming your autonomy. Let's explore 3 core Stoic practices: self-awareness, rational thinking, and the dichotomy of control. The Stoics believed that self-awareness is the foundation of freedom. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if you will ever dig. To break free from external control, you need to know yourself, your values, your triggers, your weaknesses. Start by asking, what do I want? Independent of what others expect. This isn't selfish. It's essential. Try this. Set aside 5 minutes each day to journal. Write down a moment when you felt influenced by someone else. What did they say or do? How did you react? Over time, you'll start to see patterns. Maybe you notice you're quick to agree with a certain person to avoid conflict. Or maybe you realize you're chasing approval from someone who doesn't even matter to you. Self-awareness shines a light on these strings so you can cut them. The Stoics were masters of rational thinking. They believed that emotions, while natural, can lead us astray if we don't temper them with reason. When someone tries to control you, whether through guilt, flattery, or pressure, pause and ask, is this reasonable? Seneca advised, you have to get used to examining things carefully to see what they really are, and not just what they seem to be. The dichotomy of control. This is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Epictetus taught, some things are in our control, and others are not. Things in our control are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and in a word, whatever are our own actions. Things not in our control are body, property, reputation, command, and in one word, whatever are not our own actions. This is the dichotomy of control. Here's how it works in practice. You can't control what someone says about you, but you can control how you respond. You can't control whether someone likes you, but you can control whether you chase their approval. By focusing only on what's within your control, your thoughts, your actions, your values, you become untouchable. No one can pull your strings if you don't hand them over. Let's apply this. Think of a situation where you feel controlled, maybe a demanding boss or a manipulative friend. Ask yourself, what in this situation can I control? Maybe it's how much effort you put into your work or how much time you spend with that friend. Focus on those things and let go of the rest. It's liberating. Breaking free. Practical Stoic strategies. Know that we've laid the groundwork. Let's get practical. How do you apply Stoic wisdom to break free from external control? Here are 5 actionable strategies, inspired by Stoic teachings, to help you take back your power. Practice saying no. Of the easiest ways people control us is by getting us to say yes when we want to say no. The Stoics valued courage, and saying no is a courageous act. It's not about being rude, it's about honoring your own boundaries. Epictetus said, freedom is not procured by a full enjoyment of what is desired, but by controlling the desire. When you say no to what doesn't serve you, you say yes to your own freedom. Start small. The next time someone asks you for a favor that feels out of alignment with your priorities, politely decline. For example, I appreciate the invite, but I'm focusing on other commitments right now. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but with practice, it becomes empowering. Limit exposure to toxic influence. Not everyone who influences you has bad intentions, but some people are toxic, draining your energy, undermining your confidence, or pushing their agenda. The Stoics would advise you to choose your company wisely. Marcus Aurelius wrote, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, not pull you down. Take stock of your relationships. Are there people who consistently make you feel small or pressured? You don't have to cut them out completely, but you can limit your exposure. Spend more time with those who respect your autonomy and share your values. Your inner circle shapes your inner world. Cultivate inner strength through meditation. The Stoics practiced a form of meditation called premeditatio malorum, preparing for the worst. This isn't about pessimism. It's about building resilience. Imagine a scenario where someone tries to control you, maybe a critical comment or a manipulative tactic. Visualize yourself responding calmly, rationally, and confidently. This mental rehearsal strengthens your ability to stay grounded in real life. Spend a few minutes each morning visualizing a challenging situation. Picture yourself using Stoic principles, staying calm, focusing on what you can control, and letting go of what you can't. Over time, this practice rewires your mind to handle pressure with ease. Reframe criticism as feedback. Criticism can feel like an attack, but the Stoics saw it differently. They viewed it as an opportunity to grow. Seneca said, there is no one who cannot teach me something. When someone criticizes you, don't take it personally. Instead ask, is there truth in this? Can I use it to improve? If the answer is yes, you grow. If the answer is no, you let it go. Next time you face criticism, pause before reacting. Ask yourself, What can I learn here? This simple shift turns a potential string into a stepping stone. Embrace amor fati, love your fatet. Stoics had a radical idea. Love everything that happens to you, even the challenges. This is called amor fati, or love of fate. Marcus Aurelius wrote, accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. When you embrace your circumstances, no one can use them to control you. The Stoic mindset in action. Let's bring this to life with a story. Imagine Sarah, a 30-year-old professional who feels trapped by the expectations of her family, friends, and coworkers. Her parents want her to settle down and start a family. Her boss expects her to work late every night. Her friends pressure her to keep up with their social plans. Sarah feels like she's living for everyone else. One day, Sarah stumbles across Stoic philosophy. She starts practicing the dichotomy of control, focusing only on what she can influence, her own actions and mindset. When her parents push her to settle down, she calmly explains her priorities without guilt. When her boss demands extra hours, she negotiates boundaries that respect her time. When her friends pressure her, she says no to plans that don't align with her goals. Over time, Sarah feels a shift. She's no longer reacting to others' demands, she's choosing her path. She's not cold or distant, she's simply free. By applying Stoic wisdom, she's cut the strings that once held her back. This could be you. The Stoic mindset isn't about shutting people out, it's about letting your inner strength shine through. It's about living authentically, guided by your own values, not someone else's script. The bigger picture why this matters. Does breaking free from external control matter? Because your life is yours to live. The Stoics believe that the purpose of life is to live in accordance with nature, your own nature. That means aligning your actions with your values, your reason, and your unique purpose. When you let others control you, you drift further from that purpose. But there's more. In a world that's increasingly connected, the forces pulling at you are stronger than ever. Social media, cultural trends, and even well-meaning loved ones can drown out your inner voice. Stoicism offers a timeless antidote. It teaches you to stand firm, to be a lighthouse in the storm, guiding yourself with clarity and calm. Let's zoom out even further. When you break free from external control, you don't just transform your own life, you inspire others. Your courage to say no, to set boundaries, to live authentically, ripples outward. You become a beacon of freedom for those around you. And in a world that often feels chaotic, that's a powerful legacy. So, where do you go from here? Breaking free is a journey, not a destination. Here are 3 steps to start today, rooted in Stoic wisdom. Spend 5 minutes each evening journaling about your day. Where did you feel controlled? How did you respond? What can you do differently tomorrow? This builds self-awareness and keeps you grounded. Practice the dichotomy of control. When you face a challenge, ask, what can I control here? Focus your energy there and let go of the rest. This simple question is a game changer. Embrace discomfort. Freedom requires courage. Saying no, setting boundaries, or facing criticism can feel uncomfortable. Lean into it. As Epictetus said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. You are not a puppet. You are a rational, capable, extraordinary human being with the power to shape your life. The Stoics knew this, and now, you do too. So, go out there and live on your terms. Cut the strings. Break free. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Stoic wisdom. If this resonated with you, take a moment to share it with someone who might need to hear it. And keep exploring, your freedom is worth it. Until next time, stay strong, stay rational, and stay true to yourself.